Ladies and gentlemen, today, just like we exercise our bodies to build physical strength, we must also exercise our minds to build mental strength. It's a daily, intentional practice that involves embracing discomfort and challenging ourselves to grow. When we avoid difficult situations or constantly seek comfort, our mental muscles like focus, patience, and discipline begin to weaken. Mental strength is built in small, everyday moments, choosing to say no to distractions, staying calm in chaos, and getting up after a setback. The easy road may seem appealing, but it often leads to a hard life because it leaves us unprepared for inevitable challenges. The best gym for your mind is in the imperfect, messy moments of daily life, such as waking up early when you don't want to, or dealing with people who test your patience. These are all reps that stack strength and prove to you that you can handle it. Real mental strength isn't about being emotionless, it's about feeling everything fully and still making decisions that align with your purpose. It's about being grounded when the world is shaking, kind without being weak, and confident without being arrogant. You build this strength not in one day, but through consistent, small challenges like taking cold showers or finishing what you start. If you slip up, that's okay, because getting back to it is a rep in itself. Every comeback is a flex of your mental strength. The quiet confidence that comes from knowing you've trained for this allows you to stay calm when others panic and keep going when others quit. It's this daily effort that transforms potential into power and serves you in every area of life. Your mind is the foundation for everything, and without a strong mind, your potential remains locked inside. So, treat your mind with the same care you treat your body, feed it well, rest it when it needs recovery, and challenge it regularly. Don't run from resistance, embrace it because that's where you grow. Use your mental strength, or you'll lose it. In a world that never stops buzzing, focus has become a true superpower. While everyone else is scattering their energy, the person who can lock in and go deep on one task stands out and wins. Focus isn't just about productivity, it's about presence. It's the ability to give your full attention to something that truly matters, whether it's a project, a conversation, or a quiet moment with your thoughts. Focus allows you to do things well, not just fast. But focus is constantly under attack from notifications, social media, and a culture that promotes multitasking. This fragmentation becomes a habit, training your brain to switch from one thing to the next, which drains energy and reduces performance. The myth that multitasking is a strength is just that, a myth. Science shows our brains don't multitask, they switch rapidly between tasks, doing both of them badly at once. True power comes from doing one thing fully before moving to the next. You have to train your focus like a muscle. At first, your mind will wander and feel restless, but if you gently and firmly pull it back, it will get stronger. Your ability to sit with a problem, read a book, or think without distraction becomes sharper and more natural over time. As your focus sharpens, so does your confidence, because every time you complete something with full attention, you build trust in yourself. This also brings clarity, cutting through the noise of other people's opinions and trends so you can hear your own voice again. Focus is also a form of respect. When you give someone your undivided attention, you are telling them they matter. Don't underestimate the value of your attention, it's your most precious resource. Where your focus goes, your life follows. Guard it, train it, and honor it because the magic happens in the quiet. Your mind is like soil, whatever you plant in it, whether it's weeds or flowers, will grow over time. The input you feed your mind daily determines your mental environment. If you consume negativity, gossip, and doubt, that's what will thrive inside you. But if you feed it with wisdom, hope, and knowledge, you create a space for strength, clarity, and creativity to flourish. In today's world, we are constantly flooded with information, much of which we consume without thought. But every podcast, book, or person you spend time with is either fueling you or draining you. This is why taking ownership of your inputs is a critical form of self-care. You may not control everything that happens in the world, but you can control what you expose yourself to. A great way to start is to begin your mornings with something positive, whether it's reading a powerful book or listening to a motivational speaker. This trains your brain to look for the good and stay grounded. Positive input doesn't mean ignoring problems, it means filling yourself with strength before a challenge hits. Your inner circle of friends and colleagues also matters greatly, as they either lift you up or drag you down. Your daily choices, what you watch, who you listen to, and what thoughts you rehearse, all add up to shape your mindset, energy, and, eventually, your identity. The beautiful thing is you can change your inputs today. Unsubscribe from things that don't serve you and curate your feed and your space to reflect what you want more of in your life: hope, ambition, and purpose. When your input is good, your output changes. You respond to stress with calm, challenges with patience, and pursue goals with belief. This isn't magic, it's mental nutrition in action. Protect your mind like the valuable space it is, and build a habit of choosing content that nourishes your soul and reminds you of your potential. When you become better, everything around you begins to rise with you. The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. This self-talk narrates your life, judges your choices, and defines your worth. The way you speak to yourself determines how you see the world and how you respond to success and failure. If your inner voice is full of doubt and criticism, you'll second-guess every move and hold yourself back. Conversely, if your self-talk is rooted in encouragement and belief, you'll find the courage to keep going. What makes self-talk so powerful is its subtlety. It can be a quiet whisper in the back of your mind. This is why awareness is key. The first step to changing your life is listening to the way you talk to yourself, especially in moments of failure or success. Your brain believes what you repeat, even if it's not factual, which is how your inner dialogue programs your subconscious and impacts your confidence. The good news is that you can train your inner voice to be supportive instead of destructive. This doesn't mean lying to yourself, but rather being honest with compassion. It's the difference between saying, "I always mess things up," and "I made a mistake, but I'm learning." Changing this takes practice. You have to catch those old patterns and interrupt them, replacing criticism with curiosity and fear with faith. A simple way to start is to create and repeat a few positive affirmations daily, like "I am capable" or "I am growing every day." These words may feel silly at first, but with consistency, they will sink in and reshape your internal narrative. Think of all the dreams you'd chase if that voice in your head was rooting for you. Your self-talk is the gateway to all of that. It doesn't mean you'll never struggle, but it means you'll stop struggling against yourself. Use your words wisely, choosing those that give you energy, heal you, and align with the person you want to become. The most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. This self-talk narrates your life, judges your choices, and defines your worth. The way you speak to yourself determines how you see the world and how you respond to success and failure. If your inner voice is full of doubt and criticism, you'll second-guess every move and hold yourself back. Conversely, if your self-talk is rooted in encouragement and belief, you'll find the courage to keep going. What makes self-talk so powerful is its subtlety. It can be a quiet whisper in the back of your mind. This is why awareness is key. The first step to changing your life is listening to the way you talk to yourself, especially in moments of failure or success. Your brain believes what you repeat, even if it's not factual, which is how your inner dialogue programs your subconscious and impacts your confidence. The good news is that you can train your inner voice to be supportive instead of destructive. This doesn't mean lying to yourself, but rather being honest with compassion. It's the difference between saying, "I always mess things up," and "I made a mistake, but I'm learning." Changing this takes practice. You have to catch those old patterns and interrupt them, replacing criticism with curiosity and fear with faith. A simple way to start is to create and repeat a few positive affirmations daily, like "I am capable" or "I am growing every day." These words may feel silly at first, but with consistency, they will sink in and reshape your internal narrative. Think of all the dreams you'd chase if that voice in your head was rooting for you. Your self-talk is the gateway to all of that. It doesn't mean you'll never struggle, but it means you'll stop struggling against yourself. Use your words wisely, choosing those that give you energy, heal you, and align with the person you want to become. Motivation is that exciting surge of energy that gets you started, but the truth is, it's a feeling that fades. You can't count on it to always be there. That's where mental training comes in. It's what separates those who rely on a mood from those who rely on a mindset. Mental training is the quiet, consistent practice of building discipline, emotional control, and resilience. It's showing up and doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Unlike motivation, which waits for inspiration, mental training is built on commitment, not convenience. The greatest athletes, artists, and entrepreneurs don't succeed because they are constantly motivated. They succeed because they've trained their minds to stay locked in even when things get boring, tough, or uncertain. Motivation may light the match, but it's mental training that helps you finish. When you train your mind to follow through regardless of how you feel, you build an unshakable trust in yourself. You stop negotiating with excuses and waiting for the perfect moment. Real growth happens in this consistency, not in the highs. Mental training also builds emotional strength, teaching you how to sit with discomfort without quitting and how to stay focused in chaos. It also builds self-awareness, helping you learn what throws you off and what habits keep you grounded. So, the next time you find yourself waiting for motivation, ask yourself, what would the trained version of me do? That person isn't lucky or more gifted, they just trained. Motivation may be the spark, but mental training is the fuel that keeps the fire burning. Licensed by Google. In a world that constantly pushes you to want more and be more, gratitude brings you back to center. It's not about settling or ignoring your ambition, it's about staying rooted in appreciation while you grow. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a practice you choose, especially when life gives you every reason not to. It's the ability to find something good in the middle of a storm. When you make gratitude a habit, it shifts your perspective, allowing you to stop looking at life through the lens of lack and start noticing abundance. This shift changes your energy and your sense of well-being. Gratitude grounds you when life feels chaotic, reminding you that not everything is broken. It brings perspective, which is often what we lose in our pursuit of progress. Without gratitude, you can achieve everything you've ever dreamed of and still feel empty because it's not what you have, but how you see what you have, that makes the difference. Gratitude also helps you grow for the future by opening your heart, helping you recognize opportunities instead of obstacles, and strengthening your relationships. It makes you stronger without making you hard. One of the most transformative things you can do is make gratitude a part of your daily rhythm, even if it's just writing down 3 small things you're thankful for each day. The more you practice, the more your brain gets used to looking for what's right. Gratitude literally rewires your mind for optimism. It also deepens your connection with others when you make it a habit to thank people genuinely. While there will always be things you can't control in life, gratitude is something you can. You can choose to notice what's good and live with a thankful heart. The beauty of gratitude is that it multiplies what you focus on. The more you notice, the more there is to notice. It becomes a cycle that empowers you to live with joy and peace. Gratitude keeps your soul full while you keep striving. So, pause, breathe, and say thank you for the big things, the little things, and everything in between, because every time you practice gratitude, you're planting seeds for a better version of yourself.